Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, in this class we are going to discuss about the process of controlling. As we know that controlling is a continuous process and it involves several steps, several process. Let us discuss one by one. Setting performance standard. Setting performance standard is the first process in the process of controlling. So standard is a process. Standard is a set of actions relating to a particular job on which the actual results are to be evaluated. So standards are the set of actions relate to a particular job on which the actual results are to be evaluated. So when we fixing the standard, that should be scientifically, we should top level management or the organization need to fix those standards based on scientific manner, and that should be reliable and should be understandable to each and every individual of the organization, and that standards can be fixed in two different techniques. It may be qualitative form or the quantitative form. So when we fixing the standards, if it is in the qualitative terms or qualitative factors, for example measuring, see here the process of controlling process means what? Comparing the actual performance of an individual with the set of standards which is predetermined by the organization. So that standards may be qualitative standards or quantitative standards. Qualitative standards such as if the company or the organization fixed qualitative standards such as measurement of performance, actual performance is based on consumer satisfaction or employees morale or human behavior, etc. If the organization fix quantitative standards such as for the measuring purpose, measuring the actual performance with the standards, organization may fix quantitative standards like units to be produced, that is quantity, cost to be incurred at the time of production, or the revenue to be earned at the time of sale, etc. and all. Okay, so organization can fix the standards in the form of qualitative or quantitative standards. But if any organization fix qualitative standards for the measuring purpose, for the measuring the actual performance with the standard performance, it is somehow difficult to process to the management. Measuring the employees morale or human behavior, it is a difficult task to them. So for the easy comparison purpose, for the easy comparison and clear comparison purpose, it is better to fix quantitative standards for the measurement of actual performance with the set of standards. Here standards is the basis for the controlling process. Based on the standard only the management can find out the deviation. Deviation means what? The variation from the standards. Okay, so setting the performance standard is the first process. So it may be qualitative standards or the quantitative standards. For the easy comparison purpose, it is better to fix quantitative standards as far as possible. Okay, so moreover, when we fixing the standards, performance standards to the each and every individual, it should be flexible. Then only necessary changes can be made according to the varying situation. Every organization faced to change some market conditions or some external force. Because of external forces, it need to implement some of the changes. So if the standards are flexible, then we can change the standards according to the varying situation. So standards should be set according to the objectives of the organization, and it should be flexible, and the standards are set according to the objective, and it should be scientifically, and it should follow the scientific manner when we fixing the standard. Okay, so it should understandable to each and every individual. So here setting the performance standards, it may be qualitative standards or quantitative standards. Qualitative standards, example for the qualitative standards are employee satisfaction or employee human behavior, or we can say that different customer satisfaction and all comes under qualitative standards, measuring the performance of individual based on those factors. Quantitative standards are example for the quantitative standards like cost to be incurred or the units produced by each and every individual or revenue to be earned, etc. These are comes under quantitative standards. Okay, so that is setting performance standard is the first process under the process of controlling. So the second one is measurement of actual performance. Once the performance standards, once the standard is fixed by the management, then they need to measure the actual performance of each and every individual. They can use for the measure to measure or to calculate the actual performance of individual. Management can use various techniques such as sample checking, performance reports, ratio analysis, personal observation. There are many techniques can be used by the management to measure the actual performance of an employee. So always controlling is focus on measuring the actual performance or comparing the actual performance with the set of standards. Why they focus on comparing the performance of individual to find out any deviation, to find out the deviation. Okay, so why we need to find out the deviation or the differences from the actual and the standards? We need to take corrective action. Always organization focus on developing the organization goals and all. To achieve those objectives of the organization, management need to find out the causes for the deviation, need to find out some measures to overcome such problems and all. So for that reason, every management or the manager measure the actual performance of employees. Okay, so they can use different techniques to measure the actual performance of employees, and also how a superior can measure the performance of an individual. Firstly, there are we can follow as a superior, we can follow some of the methods to measure the actual performance of individual. Firstly, he should prepare the performance reports of an individual. Performance reports, how other say for example how a subordinate is following the instruction which is given by the superior. Superior should prepare the performance report. And secondly, he can find out or he can calculate various ratios like debt equity ratio, solvency ratio, or he need to find out return on investment to know the performance about the company. What is the present condition of the company, okay, whether it is in a profitable position or not. To check that position, to check the performance of the organization, management need to calculate the ratios. It may be debt equity ratio, solvency ratio, or return on investment. There are many methods are there to evaluate the performance of the company. Okay, so that is one. And the third step is they can observe personally. Say for example, if the organization is very small, then each unit can be checked personally to assure about the quality standards. To check the quality of the product, if it is a small organization, then each product can be checked personally, because in a small organization the production level is also in a smaller quantity, so the superior can check the product each product personally. But if the organization is large or the organization is producing a large quantity, then it is not possible checking to check the quality purpose, checking each and every unit is not possible, right? So there the large organization can choose sample checking method to evaluate the quality standard of the products. Okay, so measurement of actual performance. So large organization can choose sample checking methods to check the quality of the product. Okay, so therefore measurement of actual performance should be clear and should be simple and understandable to each and every individual. How our performance is analyzed or measured by our superior. Okay, so this is about the second process of controlling. And come to the third process, that is comparing actual performance with the standards. Here standards are fixed by the management. After that, actual performance is measured by the superior by using several techniques and all. Then we need to, superior need to compare the actual performance with the standard. That is a basis meaning of controlling. Controlling itself is what? Comparing the actual performance with the standards, right? So this step involves comparing the actual performance with the set of standards. Standards already predetermined by the management. Here for the comparison, why we need to compare this actual performance with the standards? To find out deviation if any. Okay, so if any difference is there, okay, we need to find out that deviation. Moreover, why we need to find out the deviation? We need to know the causes for such deviation. If it is positive deviation, what is the reason? If it is negative deviation, what is the problem for the negative deviation? We need to find out that deviation. Okay, so that is why we need to compare the actual performance with the set of standards. Here, by using different techniques or methods, we can measure, we can compare the actual performance of an individual, of the employees. Okay, so actual performance and standard performance are analyzed here to find out the deviation, and there in the step, manager or the superior should find out the causes for such deviation. If it is needed, or if it is say immediately, if the organization sometimes because of deviation, they need to take immediate action for such deviation, and also to find out the causes for deviation, we need to compare the actual performance of standards with the actual performance with the set of standards. So this is a fourth process of controlling. Okay, and the next comes to analyzing deviation. So analyzing deviation, see here controlling process involve the activities comparing the actual performance of an individual with the set of standards to find out the deviation, and it helps to take corrective action at a right time to avoid the company from loss. So analyzing deviation here, when at the time of comparing the actual performance with the standards, we find out some deviation. Okay, already I told that the deviation may be negative, 0 or positive. The deviation may be negative, 0 or positive. What is negative deviation? If the actual performance is less than the standard output or the standard, then it is considered, that leads to negative deviation. Say for example, if the subordinate is produced, actually organization or the management fix 50 units as a standard output. It means each and every individual should produce 50 units at the end of, before the end of day. Okay. So if a subordinate is produced only 45 units or 45 units, then it considered as negative deviation. It means what? That deviation is less than, that actual performance is less than the standards, right? So that leads to negative deviation. That 50 minus 45, that 5 is considered as negative deviation. What is zero deviation? Zero deviation means if the actual performance is equal to the standard, then it is considered as zero deviation. Each and every employee is produced 50 units, then there is no deviation, zero deviation. So it is considered as zero deviation. What is positive? Okay, positive deviation means if the actual performance of an individual is more than the standard. 50 units is the standard. If an employee is produced 55 units, then that extra 5 units is considered as a positive deviation. Okay, so here deviation will be found out to measure the performance of an employee. So, and they need to find out the causes for such deviation also. Okay, so here two different methods are used to analyze the deviation. Here two different methods are used to analyze deviations. Okay, so one is critical point method and the second one is management by exception. Critical point method. According to critical point method, management is focused on only key results areas which are mainly affect the organization of the performance of the organization. See, only key results areas. Say for example, if any goes wrong, if anything goes wrong in any critical points of the organization, then because of that entire organization suffers, right? So here control is focused on only to the critical points, key results areas. So control is focused on only key results areas, that is critical point method. For example, if increasing 5% of labor cost, okay, is more burden than the 15% increase in postal charges. Okay, so as per the critical point method, only key results areas are controlled by the management. Say 15, actually postal charges are very less in amount, right? So but compared to that labor cost, this is very less expensive factor. So 5% increase in the labor cost may give a heavy burden to the manufacturing or any organizations, right? So management need to focus on those factors rather than giving to the small expensive factors and all. Okay, so that is about critical point method. According to this method, management focus or management gives more focus to control on the key results areas or critical points which are mainly affect the performance of organization. And the second one is management by exception. This is also one method to used to analyze the deviation. This management by exception is also called as control by exception. According to management by exception, only significant deviation will be considered or will be, say for example, significant changes which are beyond the permissible limit. If any significant changes happened in the organization and it is beyond to the permissible limit, then only management, then only superiors brought that information to the management. Say for example, if it is very small changes in the activities of an organization or very small deviation, that information should not brought to the notice into the management. Say for example, only 2% increase in the labor cost, okay, then it is very it is acceptable limit, it is under the acceptable limit of the organization. So 2% increase in labor cost or 5% increase in postal charges, these are all accepted by the control. Okay, so management need not worry to take any corrective actions to such factors and all. These are all acceptable range of deviations or some changes within the organization or in the manufacturing organization. So this is management by exception. So for example, already I told that what only 2% increase in the labor cost or 5% increase in the labor cost, 5% increase in the postal charges and all. Say if it is more than, if the changes, say cost is increased more than 2%, it may be 5% or 3%, then superior need to give notice to the management to take immediate action for those factors and all. Okay, so that is about analyzing deviation. So there two different methods are used to find out the deviation, analyze the deviation and all. So here deviation may be negative, 0 or positive. The next step is taking corrective action. So meaning itself, controlling meaning itself says that controlling is a process of comparing the actual performance with the set of standards, okay, with the set of standards, and the basis for comparing those factors is the standards. We need to find out deviation and all. After that, we need to take corrective action for the success of an organization's goals or objectives, right? So taking corrective action, say if the deviation are within the permissible limit of the organization, then they no need to take any corrective actions and all. But if the deviations are beyond the control, beyond the permissible limit of an organization, then they need to take corrective action. Okay, why that deviation happened, what are the methods we need to implement to overcome that deviation, and because for the survival purpose, management focus on to achieve the objectives of the organization. We need to reach the organizational goal. That's why taking corrective action is very important. So to take corrective action, management properly find out the deviation. Correctly they need to find out the deviation, why, and they need to find out the causes or the reasons why that deviation was happened. Okay, so after that only, after clearly analyze those, after proper analyzing about deviation, why that deviation occurred in the workplace, what are the reasons for such deviations and all, then after measuring clear activities of the performance only, then they can take corrective action regarding such a deviation. So that corrective actions may be, it may be giving good training facilities to the employees, or they can implement some of the innovative technology to upgrade some of the production capacity or to improve the production capacity of the individuals and all, or they can improve the work climate and all. So whatever it may be, or they can review the standards. If the standard is not according to the objective of the organization, or that standard is not prepared scientifically, then they can review those standards scientifically and in the simple manner and all. So taking corrective action is the last process in the controlling system. So for the effective controlling within the organization, management has to follow this process to achieve the achieve the organizational goals and all. So overall, the main purpose of each and every organization through this proper controlling system is to achieve the objectives of an organization, to achieve the predetermined goals of the organization. Management has to perform these functions along with the other functions of management. Along with the other functions of management has to perform the controlling function in effective manner by following all the steps, all the process and all. So these are comes under the process of controlling.